So the question on the table is, what is drop servicing? Now, I've never actually heard of this phrase before until my inbox was literally flooded with this question. Can you tell me about drop servicing? Can you tell me about drop servicing? And I actually had to go on this research hunt for myself because I didn't even have an idea, right? And what I found out is drop servicing drop service or drop servicing is the same, or no. Sorry. Let me get my thoughts together. It's not the same. It's the cousin of drop shipping, right? So of course we've heard of drop shipping, right? Who hasn't? Drop shipping is when you have a physical product based business, e-commerce based, where you're selling t-shirts, mugs, any kind of physical product, right? Sweatshirts, I think there's even like bigger products as well, like furniture. Basically, it's the middleman version of a physical product based business type. Okay. So I know a lot of people have heard of drop shipping for like Amazon. I remember I even had a drop shipping business. During the research phase for that, I was trying to figure out like how much was I going to actually profit, who was taking care of the shipping, who was sending the products, who was packaging the products, like who's physically making the products. And when I discovered drop shipping, I thought it was the answer for all things. And it was a really amazing business that I had built. But it was with physical products and the price was a little bit less and quality and all the things, right? So I found out that drop servicing is the cousin of drop shipping, right? So if you're familiar with drop shipping, then that is what drop servicing is like. So drop servicing is a service-based business that provides services such as laundry, such as lawn, such as moving, and of course, such as cleaning. So this phrase is surfacing around the internet, YouTube specifically, about drop servicing. So it's nothing really new. It's just a wordplay. It's just a new word to describe the remote business cleaning model or referral agency cleaning model. It's with business, I always say, like, don't reinvent the things. Like, don't reinvent the wheel. Like, just find the wheel path, work it, master it, scale it, right? And essentially, even with this remote cleaning business model, this wasn't just a brand new magical invention, right? There are multiple businesses currently already doing this, right? We probably utilize them every single day. You probably use them every single day, right? If you are taking an Uber, if you book an Uber, schedule an Uber, then that is essentially a drop car servicing business, right? Because Uber doesn't own a vehicle, right? If you stay in an Airbnb and Airbnb doesn't own own the home that you're staying in, that's a drop servicing. uh I don't know what that one would classify it, but it's the same thing. It's the same business model. It is the glorified middleman. And I love being the glorified middleman. One of the best things about having a remote cleaning business is that I'm able to run and operate and manage this business without me having to talk to a client, know a client, go to a client's home, clean a client's home, right? I play the glorified middleman. I use all of my experience, knowledge, and understanding of knowing where to position my company to profit. I know the ideal clientele that I'm looking for, the ideal household income that I'm looking for, right? And I know where to find my clients and then what marketing platforms to utilize to attract those clients, right? So I understand all of that. And now I need to find the other person of the puzzle. Okay. The other person of the equation is the cleaner, right? This is a person that has the experience, they have the knowledge, they have the tools, the equipment, the supplies, all the things. Okay. But the one thing they don't have and they need is clients. They need consistent clients to bring in consistent revenue and profit. And what do I have is I have the clients, right? I position the company in the profitable area. I've done the market research. I've done the pricing research. I know what to charge. I know what lead generation and marketing vehicles to utilize to attract those ideal clients. All I need is a cleaner. So here I'm the middleman, right? I have Jessica, my cleaner over here. Hey girl, hey. Okay. I have my client, Mr. Smith, over here. What's up, sir? Okay. And this client needs the cleaning service. They're in frame. This client needs the cleaning service. This cleaner needs the client. I play the middleman, right? I have acquired this client through our acquisition process and systems. Okay. And I have found this client, or I'm so sorry, this cleaner based upon our hiring and onboarding system, right? I always say, you guys, a lot of people think that scaling their business and growing their business and making more money in their business starts with marketing. Yes, that is the vehicle that pushes the movement forward. But you guys, it really starts with the hiring. It really starts with the hiring because they essentially are the face of our business. Because we're not meeting Mr. Smith, Jessica's meeting Mr. Smith. I need to make sure that my hiring is locked down on point. I need to make sure that I'm not trying to speed through this process. I need to make sure that they meet all the requirements, that they have all the things that I need them to have, the insurance with their company listed on it. I need to make sure they have all the supplies, all the equipment. Look, they represent our company because we're not there, right? So in order for me to convert a potential one-time client to a reoccurring client, their first job has to be dope, has to be amazing. It has to be speechless. It has to be like, yo, I've never seen my house as clean before. Like, that's the level of incitement that I need our cleaners to provide at the end of every single service. Like, it should be an experience, right? It should be in such an experience to where the client is ready to rebook before the cleaner even left, right? Like, that's the goal. But if I don't take my time in hiring the right person, I don't have the right hiring process and onboarding process and the recruitment process, then I'm going to hire just anybody, and then we're going to be wondering why we're not able to convert, why we're getting complaints. Now, yes, I understand there's some case scenarios. I don't want to say like anybody who gets a complaint is their hiring process. Those are happening. Like we're in a business where we deal with people from all ends, and unfortunately, like that's just a human error that's bound to happen. But there's systems put in place to help prevent that, to be on top of that, and to help mitigate those scenarios. Okay, we have all of those resources inside the academy, but if you take your time with the hiring process, I have this saying to where I hire slow, fire fast. And once they show you who they are, believe them. If they don't exhibit good work ethic, if they're constantly late, if they don't pay attention to the small things, if you're receiving the same complaints over and over again from clients, look, how many times do you need to be reminded that this person may not be the right fit for your business? And it's not about hurting feelings. It's not about, oh my God, I don't want to fire nobody. Like, oh my goodness. I get it. But the moment you choose them over you, then you're also choosing to have bad reviews in the future. You're also choosing to not be able to convert clients. You're also choosing to lower your ROI. And you're also choosing not to feed whoever mouth you're feeding. Point blank, period. Like, that was me. Like, anytime that I chose a cleaner over, I didn't look at it as my business, right? I'm a mom. Y'all know, Mama Bear over here. Okay, all the way. Anytime I chose a cleaner, I was choosing a cleaner over my kids, over my family, over their needs, over our needs. And I love everybody and I want the best for everybody. But business is business. And if it doesn't work out, you can potentially find it elsewhere, or maybe this is not the right time or the right season. But look here, I'm so sorry, but this is not going to work out. Okay. So you have to make sure that your hiring practices are put in place. My cleaning requirements is they must have a minimum 2 years experience, must have their own supplies, equipment, transportation, and insurance with our company listed on it. I have to collect a copy of their ID and start onboarding them on all the system and platforms, and we work that through. We have our onboarding call, which is the most important part of my hiring onboarding process. Okay, you guys, where I go over the items in the contract, so I can make sure that they like verbally understand and heard everything that I'm going over. Because I'm not a contract signer. Now my husband is. He'll read over everything. Okay, what's this right here? Flipping through pages. I'm like, yo, if you don't sign that contract, okay, so we can move forward. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm tired of being here. He's gonna read every page. I'm not. I'm like, give me the pen. All right. Anything else you need from me? All right. We good? Um, that's me. So I understand the 90-day contract, but like I said, this is business. My husband handled business. I can sign the contract. I know he's gonna read it. Business is business. So I'm going to go over the contracts. I can make sure that they want to comply to all the things that it's going to, this working relationship is going to entail. This didn't mean to turn into a hiring video, but it must need to be said. Somebody must need to hear this. If that was you, let me know in the comments. But with the drop servicing, the service is the cleaning service. We are drop servicing the cleaning service because we are the middleman. Just like in a drop shipping business where they're drop shipping t-shirts, mugs, candles, sweatshirts, backpacks, all the things. Okay. We are drop shipping cleaning services, right? We know how to acquire clients. We know how to hire and find the right cleaners. And the client needs the cleaning, the cleaner needs a client. We marry them together and we collect the difference. And the cool part about this, right, I was sharing earlier my 10K formula to be able to produce a $10,000 a month reoccurring business, right? And I love this equation because it breaks it down to the most simplest form, and it shows you how much and how, I don't want to say easy, but how doable scaling this would actually be. And I think that's like the super beauty of it, right? So my formula to get to a 10K a month business is one cleaner doing 2 jobs a day for 5 days a week at two, look at them balloons. We celebrating. I don't know how these things be popping up. Okay. Doing $250 per job. Now, of course, this is the average, okay? Because you can have a $180 job and a $320 job, a $400 job and a $100 job, but it's an average. So that is essentially $2,500 a week. Okay. For 4 weeks, that is $10,000 a month. You guys, that is with one cleaner. The goal is that you hire one cleaner that's willing, available, and able to do two jobs a day. Now, you do the math. If we were to add 2 more cleaners, that would be an additional 20,000. So now we're at 30,000. I have this saying whenever I start a new company in a new location, my goal is to always get to 8 cleaners. I call it 8 for great. Okay. And I kind of stole that from Wells Fargo when I used to work at Wells Fargo. They had this saying to where if a company had 8 products, if a client had 8 products, it's even harder for them to leave the company. I don't know why that's just, this video is kind of wild. But that's so I just kept that 8 for great. And so like my goal is to get to 8 cleaners because I know with 8 cleaners, that's going to bring me on average $80,000 a month. Do you guys know how much it takes to build $1 million business? I think sometimes we have these goals of what we're trying to achieve. I want to build a 6-figure business. I want to build an 8-figure business. I want to build a 7-figure business. You guys, $1 million business is essentially $83,333 a month. So that means if we can get to 8 to 9 cleaners, and I say my 8 to grade, this isn't all of my cleaners. This is me like out of 15 cleaners, I have a solid 8 that's going to accept majority of the jobs. That's going to do multiple jobs. That's reliable, dependable, great reviews, right? I'll have others. They're like one-offs, part-times, weekend only. So like I know like I'll have those scattered within there, but I still got my core 8 for great. Now I'm not stopping there. My next goal is to get to 16. That's sweet 16, baby. Okay. So now I have, y'all see the math? You guys see how doable this is? But I hate to use the word easy, but this math, I hope it helps break it down and show you how doable it is. So a 10K a month business is not so far-fetched. Like say it out loud. Like right now, as you're watching this video, and say that I can start, I can launch, I can scale wherever you're at in your building process, a $10,000 a month business. Because if you just said that, then what you're also saying is that I can have a 6-figure business, because a 6-figure business is bringing in $8,333 a month. I just showed you the math on how to get to $10,000 a month. 2 jobs a day, 5 days a week. That's not even 7 days. The weekends is super busy. I had one cleaner, yo, I love that girl because she was cleaning every day. What you got for me today? Okay? Yo, I loved her. Okay? I like, man, can I just duplicate you? Rinse and repeat, right? You guys, this is what the drop serving business industry is. It's a remote cleaning business. Don't let the wordplay fool you, baby. It ain't nothing new. It's the same system. The success is not me. The success is in the system. The system works, and it doesn't just work in this industry. It's been proven to work in multiple others. So, when for those that are my solo cleaners, people that's trying to figure out how to hop from a 9 to 5 or start a business, look, you guys, this business model is so scalable. It's ridiculous. I just showed you how to go from 10K to 30K to 80K. Now, think about what it would look like to have another location. I'm working with a client right now, and she's literally on her third location, and she launched last June. Third location. I'm so proud of her. Okay. What else? What else we got? You guys, I kind of got like in the moment with there because I'm just so proud of her. But you guys, this is so scalable. You can have multiple locations in multiple cities and states, or you can open up multiple locations in your own city and state. Dallas is humongous. I can definitely have up to 3 to 4 locations here. Then I have Austin, Houston, San Antonio. Think about it, you guys. That's not even leaving Texas. I didn't even understand the power of that when I first launched. I thought it was just so awesome to have a business in another state. I went to go visit Arizona. I saw the area like, ooh, these are my people. Honey, Google up their SOS real quick. What we got to do to get a business here, okay? So you guys, for those that are interested in this new term of drop servicing, it's a remote cleaning business. So get into it, okay, you guys? Join our next upcoming master workshop. It's going to be so detailed, giving you guys some information. If you're just ready to jump forward, schedule a call. Let's chat. Let's figure out what we got to do to get your business up and running, okay? So until next time, like, share, subscribe, and send this to somebody that's looking for a business to start this upcoming year. All right? See y'all next time. Bye, y'all.